when light was gone and tears I cried. Each step unsure, my strength was small, but your voice still called through it all. The world said see, but I closed my eyes. Chose to believe when I heard no replies. You whispered truth into the night and made the dark a place of light. By faith, not by sight, I follow your lead. When answers are silent, you're all that I need. Though mountains may rise and stars disappear, I'm walking with hope, not held back by fear. By faith, not by sight. Each promise you've made still holds me tight. I trust in your name through shadow or light. You never change through loss or gain. Your grace remains again and again. By faith, not by sight, I follow your lead. When answers are silent, you're all that I need. Though mountains may rise and stars disappear, I'm walking with hope, not held back by fear. By faith, not by sight. When the storm screams louder than peace and my soul fights hard for release, I remember the cross, I remember the tomb, I remember that joy still blooms. By faith, not by sight, I'll keep pressing on. Your love is my compass when strength is gone. Though the path is hidden and skies aren't bright, I'm walking by faith, not by sight. Yes, I'm walking by faith, not by He left his home, not knowing where, just followed God through desert air. No map in hand, no guarantee, just faith that walked and dared to see. Each step he took was not his own. He trusted God and walked alone through foreign lands and endless skies. He held a dream with tear-filled eyes. This is Abraham's road, so wild, so wide, built on a whisper, not on pride. When God says go, you don't delay. You pack your faith and walk His way. No need to know, just need to believe. That's Abraham's road. life and death, the time moved slow, still Abraham chose to go. Faith doesn't wait for a sign that's clear. It moves with courage, conquers fear. He never saw the end in sight, but faith still walked in holy light. This is Abraham's road, through highs and lows, led by the one who always knows. When God says go, you walk that mile, even if it takes a while. No need to know, just need to believe. That's Abraham's road.
Doubted more than I've believed, but still you meet my fragile need. You never asked for mighty things, just faith as small as what hope brings. A mountain stood before my way. I bowed my head, began to pray. No thunder rolled, no earth was torn, but deep inside my faith was born. Like a mustard seed, so small, so still, yet it moves the heart, it bends the will. You take the least and make it grow. Your kingdom comes in hearts that know. Faith doesn't need to shout or plead, it just begins. Like a mustard seed. The world may laugh, the winds may sneer, but I will plant what you hold dear. A tiny prayer, a word, a song that stands in faith when days feel long. When doubt surrounds and fear invades, I'll trust the seed your spirit made. For roots run deep when you're the rain, and faith like this will not be vain. Like a mustard seed, so small, so still, yet it moves the heart, it bends the will. You take the least and make it grow. Your kingdom comes in hearts that know. Faith doesn't need to shout or plead, it just begins. Like a mustard seed. When doubt surrounds and fear invades, I'll trust the seed your spirit made. For roots run deep when you're the rain, and faith like this will not be vain. Like a mustard seed, my faith will rise, not by might, but by the skies. You grow, it starts in quiet creed, a life of faith. Like a mustard seed, so small, so still, yet it moves the heart, it bends the will. You take the least and make it grow. Your kingdom comes in hearts that know. Faith doesn't need to shout or plead, it just begins. shout or plead, it just begins like a mustard seed. The wind was wild, the waves were high, but you said come and met my cry. With trembling feet I left the shore, believing you had something more. I took a step, then took one more. Eyes locked on you, heart shaking sore. But when I looked at storms instead, that's when I sank in fear and dread. I'd walked on water while faith was strong. I stood on waves with heaven's song. Though I may fall, you reach to me and pull me back. So I believe I walked on water because of thee. You didn't scold, you didn't leave. You gave me grace when I couldn't believe. You caught my hand, you calmed the sea, and whispered, child, have faith in me. I walked on water while faith was strong. I stood on waves with heaven's song. Though I may fall, you reach to me and pull me back. So I believe I walked on water because of thee. Faith isn't perfect, but it tries. It walks on water when it relies on Christ alone. The storm will cease, and in your arms I rest in peace. I walked on water when you said come. The winds howled loud and feet felt numb. And if I fall, I know you'll be the hand that lifts, that sets me free. Yes, I walked on water with eyes on thee. I walked on water with eyes on thee.
The mountain stood in front of me, so tall, so cold, immovably. I bowed my head, I raised my cry. Lord, move this wall or help me try. Your voice said soft, just trust my plan. Your faith will move what no man can. I took a breath, then took the stand, with trembling heart and open hands. Faith to move a mountain, grace to take the climb, strength to keep on standing, even when it's time. You don't need the biggest stone, just a word from God alone. Faith will move a mountain every time. I've seen the peak begin to shake, the chains of fear begin to break, not by might, but by belief. The mountain bowed in sweet relief. It's not about the size I bring, but trusting fully in my King. Just one small prayer, one quiet plea can open skies and part the sea. Faith to move a mountain, power in His name. Even when the battle burns like flame, you don't need to see the end, just believe and trust again. Faith will move a mountain in His name. Faith to move a mountain, grace to take the climb, strength to keep on standing, even when it's time. You don't need the biggest stone, just a word from God alone. Faith will move a mountain every time. Faith will move a mountain every time. He knelt to pray with windows wide. The lions roared on the other side. The world gave threats, but he stayed true, because his faith was fixed on you. They threw him in the lion's den, but heaven's hand protected him. Not a scratch, not a single tear, because you made your servant clear. He stood by faith, not fear or sword, with prayers that reached the sovereign Lord. When danger came, he didn't bend, and you were faithful to defend. Daniel stood, and you stood near. That kind of faith casts out all fear. He chose the truth, though risk was high, and trusted you would justify. You shut the mouths of every threat, a miracle we won't forget. When faith is tested in the flame, your power still upholds your name. May we be bold like Daniel prayed, with holy courage unafraid. He stood by faith, and so will I. sovereign Lord. When danger came, He didn't bend, and You were faithful to defend. Daniel stood, and You stood near. That kind of faith casts out all fear. Daniel stood, and You stood near. That kind of faith casts out all fear.
When storms rise up around my soul and waves are crashing, taking hold, when I can't find the shore ahead, and fear is loud in what You said, I cry out in the midnight wind. You remind me where hope begins, not in what I feel or see, but in the One who rescued me. The anchor still holds when the night is long, when my strength is gone. Your grip stays strong through fire and flood, through highs and lows. My heart is steady, 'cause the anchor still holds. I've questioned You in silence,
tried to earn a love that stays. Build my faith on what I knew, not on simply trusting you. But I've seen flowers in the snow, and I've felt peace I can't control. So maybe it's not mine to prove, but mine to hold and walk into. Like a child runs to their father, no fear in their embrace. I wanna love you with that wonder and rest inside your grace. Not with answers, not with pride, just with hands and heart held high. Make my faith like a child. Questions at your feet. You gave me joy instead of grief. Now I don't need to understand to let you lead me by the hand. But I've seen flowers in let your voice be all I hear. Teach me how to trust again, like I did back then. Like a child runs to their father, no fear in their embrace. I wanna love you with that wonder and rest inside your grace. Not with answers, not with pride, just with hands and heart held high. Make my faith like a child. I've stood before the mountain top with trembling heart, feeling small. But you don't ask for all I've got, just a whisper of hope in a faithful God. You spoke the stars, you calmed the seas. You're the one who believes in me when doubt surrounds and strength is years, turn broken prayers into cheers. Even when I've barely stood, you've shown again that you are good. You never asked for perfect faith, just faith that clings to grace. So I'll keep walking toward the high, believing you can change my night. 'Cause it's faith that moves the mountain when nothing else can stand. You lift me up in mercy with your nail-scarred hands. I may not see the answer, but still I'll raise my cry and watch the mountain tremble as faith begins to rise. Not strength of mine, it's faith that moves the mountain. Not might or what I see, just a seed that dares to trust the God who set me free. When fear says it can't happen, you speak into the climb, and the mountain starts to tremble. 'Cause it's faith that moves the mountain when nothing else can stand. You lift me up in mercy with your nail-scarred hands. I may not see the answer, but still I'll raise my cry and watch the mountain tremble as faith begins to rise. Not strength of mine, our strength of mine. When shadows fall and nights grow cold and doubts arise I can't control, I hold your hand and keep my gaze on your unchanging steadfast grace. Though valleys deep may stretch before, I'm not alone, you're evermore. A light that guides my weary feet, a refuge where my heart can meet. Where fear tries to reside, you walk beside me always. You're my comfort, my guide. When darkness presses heavy, your love will never fail. I'm holding on to hope and the truth that you prevail. When tears fall like the evening rain, you gather them and heal my pain. Your promises are sure and true. In every valley I trust in you. No shadow dark can steal my peace. Your presence brings sweet release. So here I stand unshaken still, trusting you with all my will. I'm trusting through the valley, though the path is steep and long. Your faithfulness surrounds me and makes my spirit strong. With every step I'm leaning on the one who never fails, forever held Your faithfulness surrounds me and makes my spirit strong.